Good morning, boys and girls. Today we are going to talk about the state presentations. We have been learning about all 5 of the U.S. regions, and now it is time to learn about individual states. So today we will learn about the state presentation that we will each be presenting to the class in a few weeks. Today our focus will be to show you the slideshow that you will be presenting to the class. Then we will review the resources that we found and show you how to do a Google search. Next, we will explore the resources as a whole class. After this video, we'll be exploring the resources and asking questions. Now, we're going to review on Monday, taking notes and paraphrasing like we learned on Wednesday. So, if you would like, you may only do this slide. You may only do this slide that I will show you. Do not, I repeat, do not go ahead. Here are the state research resources that we have come up with as teachers. And we'll be going through those. I also have some more on this page. And then we're going to talk about when, and I'm going to show you when we're doing a Google search, what to look for or how to do a Google search so you can get information for you and not information for like a college student. Today, after this presentation and after you've done some research, you may do just this slide, like I'd said before, but this is your first slide that you'll be presenting to the class. Here is a page that you will have for notes, and eventually we will be showing you how to take these off because you don't want to have your notes in the presentation. But for right now, we'll just be keeping them on. But remember, you'll be taking notes of all these different subjects. Then you'll be taking your notes and you'll be paraphrasing them and putting them into this slide. So you'll do notes and then paraphrase on manufacturing, agriculture, landforms, and waterways. So remember, your driving question is going to be, what is manufacturing like in, I'm doing Iowa, so in Iowa. Then, through your research, you'll be finding what the state motto is, the nickname of your state, the state flower, the state tree, the state bird, and the state animal. And you'll be putting those into this area. Remember, you're only doing this page before Monday. Then you'll be finding out about the state, the famous people in your state. You'll be talking about all the different landmarks in your state and different events. And I'm already excited because I heard in Iowa that they have the most amazing state fair. So I can't wait to learn a little bit more about the state fair in Iowa. Then the last thing that you'll be doing is you'll be placing an image of your state in the space below. You'll add text boxes to label the major landmarks, cities, and rivers. Now, you'll also, if you want, you can draw your state and draw in the landmarks, the cities, and the rivers. Take a picture of it and insert it into your slideshow. Okay, so now we're going to go back to our resources. And I'm just going to hit this here. So here is, I'm going to start with National Geographics. So I'm going to click on that, and that's going to take me to U.S. states and territories. And right now we're just going to kind of spend some time looking at the resources. I want to show you the different resources that are available. And that's what we'll do after this video. You'll be doing this individually with your teacher. So I found the state that I'm doing, which is Iowa. So here's a little bit about Iowa, some fast facts. Now remember, you do not have to take notes today. You only get to explore and read a little bit. So here's some state facts and why it's called that. Looks like that's the flag. Ooh, I remember this will be a really good resource for me to use because I remember I need to find the state bird, state tree, state flower. Here's a little bit about the landforms in Iowa. Oh, I'm going to learn a little bit for fun about my state. Here's some wildlife, natural resources, some fun stuff about my state. So that is one of the resources that you may use. Let me get out of this one. And then I'm going to show you some more. Here's Shepherd Software. Remember, this is a great resource for you to learn your states and capitals because at the end of May, we're going to have to know all of our states and capitals. So this is a great resource. I showed you this I think last month, but you can use this resource to learn your states and capitals. Other than that, I don't think there's a lot of information about individual states, but you can play around with it and see. Here's another resource. Let's look at this one. Here are the here's Iowa. And let's say you're doing Florida. So in the search button, you could do Florida and learn and click a little bit about Florida. And you could click on here and you can, let's see, learn about the capital, the population, major cities, what it borders, the agriculture, how Florida got its name, some symbols. Oh, this is another. Ooh, some famous people and some fun facts, professional teams. So that's another great resource for you to use. Then with your teacher, you're going to be looking at some of these resources too. Then, now let's say I'm in the middle of my report and I can't find, now you won't be doing this weekend, but let's say you can't find anything about waterways in Iowa. Nothing about waterways. So then you need to do a Google search. So I'm going to show you how to do that. I'm going to do a Google search of waterways in Iowa. So I go to my search bar and I went Iowa waterways. And I always end it for kids. And the reason I always end my Google search for kids If you don't, a lot of times you get information that's at a higher level of reading and it's really hard to understand. Let's see what comes up. So it looks like all of these different resources came up. List of rivers of Iowa, facts for kids. So it's the Kids Encyclopedia Facts. Water trails, maps, and brochures of Iowa. 21 outdoor experiences every kid needs to try. So let's click on this first. So here are some rivers that I can look at and learn about when it is time next week for me to be taking notes. Because remember, next week we're going to be taking notes on these certain subjects and then we're going to be paraphrasing them. All right, so now why don't you take 10 minutes to save this presentation, which your teacher sent to you. Save that onto your drive and then go to your drive. You'll want to rename your state presentation, maybe whatever state you're doing. And then you can start researching. I don't want you to leave after this video. We're going to do this together. Thank you. Enjoy, and we'll see you on Monday when we'll learn how to take notes and paraphrase.